So our case study is based on Lelong.my, which is Malaysia's pioneer e-commerce platform. So Lelong.my launched in 1998 by Interbase Resources Sdn Bhd. It offers a wide range of categories from electronics, fashion, home appliance, cosmetic, and more. So there are so many features in Lelong.my that can be divided into two, which is for the sellers and for the customers. So the features for the sellers are product listing, advertising, and delivery management. While for the customers are browsing products, compare the prices, making payments, and track orders. Over 1.3 million items available for purchase, phones of computers. Lelong.my focus on diversity and affordability, because all Malaysian consumer needs. Lelong.my integrated with trusted payment systems like FPX Gateway, which introduced in 2004 for secure transactions. For the question 2, this is the screen capture of main interface of Lelong.my. As you can see here, there are listed product categories which we can shop online in Lelong.my, and there are a bunch of advertisements for the purpose of the products. Third question, brief introduction of this website. And here we go to the question 3A, the brief introduction of the main objective of this portal. So Lelong.my created to simplify the online shopping experience for the users. So there are several key objectives too. The first one, user-friendly marketplace. Lelong.my connect buyers and sellers seamlessly. And second, secure shopping experience. Lelong.my promotes safe and reliable online transactions. And third one, Lelong.my created for easy buying and selling process. So how does it work? It works with streamlined navigation, advanced search and filter tools. And third one, the most important one, hassle-free checkout. Last but not least, Lelong.my is a trustworthy platform because it created with advanced scam detection algorithms and conflict resolution tools for buyers and sellers. Question 3B, about the info services of this portal. So here we can see this portal provides some key information services for users to ease the usage of the portal. The first one, product listing. Every product listed in Lelong.my is coming with detailed descriptions, reviews, and of course the price of a product. The second one, seller information. Lelong.my does provide about seller information to the users, such as their profiles, rating to their services, to the buyers, and feedback from another buyers for the items they bought from the seller. And the third one, which is aiming the reliability of Lelong.my, which is customer support services. An assistant created for the users through fax, live chat, 24/7 hotline, and help desk. Question 3C, the exploitation of software engineering on this portal. So here our group is thinking software engineering is an important role to develop and maintain a portal as Lelong.my. This is because software engineering ensures the portal's scalability and performance. So this means what? The portal can handle high traffic, especially during peak shopping seasons, without any crash or downtime. Software engineering also help to develop the portal with responsive and intuitive interfaces that emphasize users' satisfaction during usage. And the software development process also can help the development of this portal to be completed with correct budgeting and good management.
Based on the case study assigned, the most appropriate software process model that might be used as a basic for managing the development of the Lelong.my is incremental development software process model.
In specification process, actually we want to know what are the exactly user want from the system, or what I can say is the domain for the system. So to achieve that, we will deliver to customer the requirements document of the software and will improve the function based on customer feedback. So the second process is development process. Is the process where we start to transfer documentation to source code to make an executable system. So actually we focus on the architectural design that concern in designing the overall structure of the system. In validation process, we actually need to ensure the Lelong system already meets the specification and meets the expectation of the client needs. So we are doing user testing during the validation process to get a feedback from the user if there is anything that we can improvise through the user views to align with user requirement. So in specification process, we write a detailed documentation to hand in to the client and stakeholder, because we want to ensure the client and stakeholder understand well what has been built and what the next process. And during the development process, we will provide an executable program based on detail from the documentation and will be tested to detect any bugging in Lelong website that could disturb its operation or cause failure. This to ensure a stable and reliable system is delivered to the client. In validation process, like client testing, is done to see how the end user will use the software, and then the analysis system will think of the perfect way to help the user with providing the simplest features that are easy to learn.
Reason why incremental development process model was chosen because it is easier to get customer feedback on developing Lelong.my. Second, it is less expensive to adapt to shifting customer need. There are three process activity in incremental process model to develop Lelong.my. First, specification. In this phase, we will meeting with stakeholder of Lelong.my to discuss what specification or requirement that they want in Lelong.my. We will use gathering technique like interview and review from existing website. by identifying core functionality of Lelong.my for initial development. For example, user registration, login, listing of product, and searching functionality. Second activity is development. For software design, we will design the user interface of Lelong.my website by using suitable architecture pattern. For example, layer architecture pattern that support the incremental development of subsystem in different layer because layer interface change, it will not affect another layer. This architecture pattern will increase the dependability of the system. For implementation, to translate design specification of Lelong.my to execute into program, for example, by using programming language. In validation, during the validation, we can make any change at any time, even the project still not done yet, by ensuring the software involved effectively over successive increment. We will be testing the function based on client requirement to make sure we doing the right thing for the system follow the client requirement. This is the Gantt chart for Lelong.my process activity. As you can see here, it is interleave each other. First interaction style is menu selection. Selection option for a menu for Lelong.my, one of the example of navigation bar with category selection at the left of homepage Lelong.my. This interaction style is the most general purpose in every system. Second is command language. User interaction by typing specific keyword. For Lelong.my, the example is searching bar, to search what user want to find at the top of the website Lelong.my. The last interaction style is form fill-in. Sample data entry, for example, in Lelong.my is user registration. This interaction style is a process of creating an account and ensuring all requirement information is collected. When user complete the registration form by insert all the requirement, user can use Lelong.my as user and can make a purchase.
Hi, I am Muhammad Haris Benayu, System Analyst. For question 5, there are three interaction styles that can be found in Lelong.my. The first one is menu selection. Menu selection is an interaction style that allows user to intuitively browse through hierarchically organized categories and subcategories. For example, a categories of phone and tablet can lead to subcategories of brands, which is something like Apple and Xiaomi. This interaction style improves product discoverability and minimizes navigation errors. However, if the menu is too complex, it can clutter up the user interface, hence affecting user's experience. The second interaction style that we have in Lelong.my is form fill-in. Form fill-in is an interaction style that allows user to key in the data in a field. Usually, this form fill-in have a validation where users is required to follow a specific format and range values in the field. So this interaction style is easy for users to understand, but poorly designed forms or overly rigid validation can negatively impact user experience. For the interaction style, we have direct manipulation. Direct manipulation is an interaction style that allows user to interact with the system by using gesture. For example, look at the figure in the slide. This is a larger picture from a product section. When you pinch in or pinch out in the touchpad, you can actually zoom in and zoom out in the picture. However, this interaction style is only limited to tasks with clear visual metaphors such as image inspection.
Menu selection is a multiple choice of button that is provided to facilitate the user to filter the information based on the selected menu selection. In the website, we use a vertical sidebar navigation menu. Usually, vertical sidebar navigation menu is offer a seamless user experience. Thus, this interaction style help user in finding product without end user error. So for form fill is a form that required the user to enter input that suit the data type that has been set up by the programmer. If the user input does not fit the requirement form, the form will display a user-friendly message to inform the user to input the correct information following the correct requirement. So the next step cannot be continued if the input does not fit the requirement. Manipulation is an action that will allow the user to interact directly with a digital computer. One of the direct manipulation function applied in the Lelong website is the add and reduce button for the quantity. It helps to encourage user to explore without fear of permanent mistake.
The first interaction style I observed in this portal is form filling. So the purpose of this interaction style that has been used in this portal is because to collect structured data from processes such as registration, search, feedback, and checkout. There are key features of this interaction style in this portal. The first one, structured fields. That includes name, address, date, city, postcode, mobile phone, and email. This structured field is created because to ensure accurate data to prevent delivery errors. The second one, drop-down menus for the state and country to simplify and minimize error. The third one, submit mechanism. As you can see in this image, save and continue button validates, store data, and move to the next step. And the fourth one, input validation. Example, mobile phone. The mobile phone field ensures valid input with examples for clarity. This format keeps the content concise and visually digestible. The second one is direct manipulation. So what is direct manipulation? Direct manipulation is an interaction style where users interact directly with visual elements such as images or videos. Direct manipulation, known as the killer interaction style of the 1980s, replacing command line interfaces. Example, zooming in or out on images using mouse or even touch gestures. So as you can see, I have stated the real-life application of direct manipulation on Lelong.my, which is product image zoom, enhanced visual exploration, and the third one, intuitive experience. This format ensures clarity and focus on key points. First one, menu selection. The definition of menu selection is: menu selection is an interaction style displaying visible options for selection via mouse or keyboard. It relies on recognition, not recall, making it user-friendly. And menu selection reduces invalid input and helps new users to explore system features. So the application of menu selection on Lelong.my is menu-based navigation, interface elements, visual enhancements, and alternative navigation.
Based on my role as a project manager, the three factors that influence the confidence game from V&V activity based on Lelong.my are software function, user expectation, and marketing environment. First, software function. As a project manager, I must make sure all features of Lelong.my function operate correctly by ensuring Lelong.my free from error for browsing, adding product to the cart, user registration process, and other general functions. I also need to make sure all Lelong.my functionalities meet the user requirement. Second is user expectation. As a project manager, I must make sure that Lelong.my need to achieve user expectation. For example, the running time is fast, provide a seamless experience when navigating category or applying filter for product, and delivery accurate searching result for searching product. Last one is marketing environment. Therefore, as a manager, I must make sure Lelong.my must offer innovative feature, can run without error during high traffic, and scalability to handle growth. Other than that, Lelong.my must getting a product market early may be important than finding defect in the program. One of critical function in Lelong.my is search and filter. Purpose of this function is enable user to find product quickly without manually scroll through listing. Second, directly impact user experience and the success of the Lelong.my platform. Critically, search and filtering are essential feature for e-commerce platform. Without this, Lelong.my would be less efficient, leading to disappointment for Lelong.my and neglect it. As a project manager, I need to ensure the functionality align with user expectation and business objective. Second, delivery a solution that supports seamless user experience and maximize Lelong.my performance.
Okay, for question 6, the first factor is software function. As a system analyst in the development stage, I am responsible for problem analysis, doing design and specification. So in V&V stage, I need to make sure that the system developed is correspondence to development stage information in order for me to identify problems and remove unnecessary details that can affect Lelong.my performance and function. Then the second factor we have user expectation. At V&V stage, I need to verify all the functional, non-functional, and design requirement is up to the user's expectation. I need to make sure the system developed meet the business needs of the user. It is my job as a system analyst to give feedback on the design system and modify if needed to match with the user's expectation. And then the last factor is marketing environment. By releasing it into market, I can analyze users' feedback that can make me detect errors or defects on the system. Hence, a solution or alternative approach on the system design can be implemented to overcome the defects. One function that is critical for me as a system analyst is the tracking of the feature. In the development stage, I'm required to design a data flow diagram in Redis specifically for the use of the development team. To illustrate, I need to design a system that requires an input of tracking number from the seller, shown in figure 4.3. Then a system component consisting of integration with the courier service database needs to be developed to retrieve location information. At last, the retrieve data will be displayed to the customer's taking of the section, as shown in figure 4.4.
As a programmer for software function, I need to make sure the search function is perfectly implemented to be reliable enough for the user. The specification process helps to describe the detailed requirement from the client to be implemented. For user expectation, I need to ensuring the security of user data that providing a user-friendly by encrypting user password and securing payment transaction. We protect user information from unauthorized access to build user confidence. In marketing environment, continued performance validation ensures that it operates smoothly, particularly safeguarding sensitive user data. Improvements are made based on the latest technology trends to enhance user engagement, such as the add-to-art features, which help users see a clear breakdown of cost. This effort not only meets client requirement but also aim to improve user experience and user satisfaction. The critical function in Lelong website is the seller registration because it needs to ensuring the data integrity and preventing issues like data duplication. By implementing server-side logic to validate user input and perform uniqueness checks, the system ensures the seller information is accurate and distinct. This process helps maintain smooth database operation and improve overall system reliability.
And for the question 6, I, as a tester for this portal, would like to share my thoughts on three V&V activities, which is software function, user expectation, and market environment. For the first one, software function, I, as a tester, I need to ensure critical software functionality on Lelong.my. Let's take an example for order tracking system. The importance of order tracking system is to keep users updated on delivery status, and failure of not keeping the online tracking system that good leads to frustration, increased support requests, and loss of trust. So I, as a tester, has implemented some testing activities for reliability. The first one, functional testing. The second one, integration testing, and the third one, performance testing. So I'm, as a tester, I have my own role, which is to build system reliability and user confidence, and enhance overall user experience and meet business goals. The second one, for the user expectation. The users have their own expectation on this platform, which is called Lelong.my. So the first one, reliability. Every users expect Lelong.my to handle high traffic during festive or promo seasons, and of course peak. Every users want Lelong.my to have seamless transaction without any delays. So I, as a tester, I've implemented some testing approaches in the perspective of user, which is usability testing, compatibility testing, and error recovery testing. So the conclusion, comprehensive testing ensures reliability and a seamless shopping experience. And the last one, market environment. I, as a tester, I need to address the market environment competitive around Lelong.my. So what is a market environment? Market environment is a competitive landscape. So for the Lelong.my, it has a competitive landscape includes Shopee, Lazada, and Amazon. And the market environment of Lelong.my is rapid tech advancements and high customer demands. So I, as a tester, I need to maintain among the competitiveness of the environment. So I've implemented regression testing, competitor analysis, and user feedback monitoring. So what are the outcomes I, as a tester, got from this kind of testings? I managed to keep Lelong.my reliable, competitive, and aligned with market demands. Payment gateway integration is one of a critical software function in this portal, which is Lelong.my. So what are the importance of payment gateway integration? Firstly, payment gateway integration handles sensitive user financial data. And second one, payment gateway integration is a functionality to secure and efficient payment processing. By having a good payment gateway integration system, it can prevent us from non-compliant risk such as legal penalties from MCMC or PCI DSS standards. And the last one, it can prevent us from reputation damage and loss of user trust. Consequences of failure of this functionality, which is payment gateway integration. It can lead us to financial losses and negative impact on revenue and customer retention. So I, as a tester, I have implemented some essential testing approaches. The first one, functional testing. It verifies transaction, refunds, and partial payments under various scenarios. The second one, load testing. This testing validates performance during peak traffic, such as festive fails. And the third one, the most important one, security testing. This testing is to protect sensitive data from breaches, scams, and hacking attempts. So the outcome, me as a tester, I got from this testing is to ensure a secure, reliable, and trusted shopping experience for the users when they use Lelong.my.
Okay, for question 7, the first maintenance cost factor is team stability. It can be defined as the same staff of teams that is in Lelong.my development is the same one to be involved in maintenance. Also, can be a state or condition during the maintenance which the composition and dynamics of the team have low turnover and remain consistent. Need to be noted, Lelong.my have been developed and maintained by the same company, Interbase Resources. High possibility would be the same team for development is also responsible for maintenance purpose. And for the second maintenance cost factor is the program age and structure. As years go by, the software system Lelong.my will age, the structure is degraded and became harder to understand. Lelong.my was developed in 1998, which is about 25 years ago. There have been a lot of changes in technology, structure, software architecture, and database design. If Lelong.my doesn't integrate or update its design and structure, the cost for its maintenance will get higher from time to time. And that marks the end of our presentation for the case study of Lelong.my. Thank you.